Hey YouTube, this is NuggetsHoopster here, and today I'm bringing you a deck profile. And the deck profile today is going to be on my deck that I like to call just the tour guide deck. Um, this deck looks very similar to Tengu plants on paper, and that's because it is really similar to Tengu plants, but the way that I like to go about playing it is sort of what I think differentiates it between just normal Tengu plants and this. Um, so yes, there are only probably like maybe 5-6 cards difference from like your standard Tengu plant deck, but I'm gonna explain some card choices in here, and I think you'll see what I mean by how just the play style that I like to go about with this deck is what makes it different. So jump right into the deck list. Running 3 tour guides in the underworld, and then obviously you run the hanging. So I was thinking about the best turn 1 plays that a deck like this has, and I realized that you always want to open up tour guide. So I realized why not run 3 tour guides, and 3 tour guide was really good. But then I also realized that the card. Okay, so when you open tour guide, the next card that you always want to draw is Caius. So also I am running 3 Caius. Because obviously when you go tour guide, you bring out the Sangan. They always want to kill you tour guide first, but then on your turn, you can just go sack for Caius, and that puts you in a really good position. Triple Caius, like I said, because of the tour guides, and I think Caius is just a very good card right now versus about every single deck. And Caius is a card that you can just sack your Sangan for, get whatever monster, and you can just beat them down and just make them use cards on it. And that's why I think Triple Caius is really good. Next, Triple Tengu, a standard. It's just like one of the best cards this format. And also, I mean, obviously you use it for Synchron, but sometimes you do draw multiple Caiuses, and Tengu can help get them out of your hand, and it also gives you field presence even after you tribute for the Caius. Next, I run 2 Effect Veiler, and I run 2 Maxi. This is slowly becoming the way that people are building their decks, but I realized that using Maxi, like, I think you should be running 2 because there are just too many times where you can just get free +1s off this card, because people go to activate like Call a Haunted or Kageki's effect, so you're gonna draw off the limit reverse when the monster comes out, and then when they synchro, you're gonna draw again. So you just turn this 1 Maxi into 2 cards. And so I mean, I think it's really easy to get free +1s off this card, so that's why I run 2 of it. The Veiler I still think is necessary though, because this prevents you from being OTK'd, whereas this just gives you free card advantage basically. So yeah, that's that. Also, obviously Maxi isn't as good versus Gravefeebers and anti-meta decks, whereas Veiler helps out. So next I run the standard 5 plants. Nothing really to say about that. But then I also think that Titanial is a really good card to run, because like I was saying with the Caius, you can easily win with this deck without really synchroing that much. And I think after you do your Tour Guide Caius play, searching for a Lone Fire and then going to Titanial is really good, because Titanial is just a really big card that, again, they have to do something about it, or else they're just going to be taking huge amounts of damage, which is sort of the same concept with Caius. And Titanial is also really good against Samurai, because Samurai go turn 1, they can drop double Sheen or Sheen and a Nat Beast on you, and then you just summon this guy, and there you go. So Titanial. Debris, obviously is a very good card. I mostly just use it when they try to make their big push. Usually I just try to keep these in my hand for as long as possible, and just keep cards like Titanial and Caius on the field. And then once they get rid of it and try to make their big push, then in your turn you just go summon Debris and Black Rose or something. So yeah. And then the last card, pretty standard, but Gores. Comment about Gores a little bit. This is also another card that you can just drop and they have to do something to it. Gores is one of the best monster cards in the game right now, because it just gives you free field presence, and it's a free +1. And literally, like, Samurais lose if you drop this card on them. So Gores is just really good, but I'm pretty sure most of you already know that. To go on to the spells. 2-pot. I might be running 3, but I'm not currently running Raikou. And I don't think you actually even need to run Raikou in the main deck. I'm definitely going to side deck it, but I think just because of the triple Kaias, I don't think that triple Raikou is really necessary. So I'm just going to stick with double pot for right now. So yeah, double MST, standard, 1 for 1 of Foolish to go with the plant stuff. I know this is probably pretty standard, but I want to talk about it for a minute here. Mind Control. Mind Control is a really strong option right now because in the mirror match you can break up their setup by taking whichever monster is most important to them and synchroing with it, and then using that to synchro something else and blow up their field or to attack over one of the other monsters. Also versus exams, obviously it also forces out a Shein negation. And Mind Control is just really good right now. And then next, I think I just staples, Giant Grenade, Monster Reborn, Book of Moon, and Dark Hole. And then going on to the traps, you have your 3 Solemns. Yep, too good not to play. Torrential. Torrential is actually not super great in this deck, because, like I said, I just like to play the game where I, summon out a big monster and make them kill it. So Torrential is only really going to be good early game when you drop the Tour Guide and the Sangin. And then the problem is that plants can't really go off turn 1. They like have to set up somehow. So turn 1, when you have your floater out, which is Sangin, Torrential, isn't really going to be that good because they're probably going to summon their floater. But Torrential is just too good because people just overextend sometimes because they have to, and then you win. So, yeah, this is usually more of a late game card. Then I run Call and Limit Reverse. I think these cards are too good because they just give you too much advantage. With the whole Lone Fire, Dandelion play, it's just too much advantage that you're getting. And then finally, I run Royal Oppression because I think it's too good. And it works great. I sort of just keep coming back to this point, but you just get your big monster out, and if you can just Oppression, then you're good to go. It's sort of like the concept back in the Gladiator Beast days, where you just got out your 2100 Laquari, and then you activate Oppression, and it just gives them just like a really hard time to get around that. So. Yeah, guys, that was the deck profile. I don't want you guys to think that I was sounding stupid when I was talking about cards like, Mind Control and stuff like that. But, I know that this is standard to probably most of you. It probably seems standard, but I just wanted to, talk about some I guess sort of the playstyle that I like to approach with this deck. So, yeah. I guess there's really not much else I have to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of my build. If you have any things that you think I should change about it, then I'd be open to hear that as well. But I guess that's all I have for you guys today. So, NuggetsHoopster signing out. Peace.